I have to de-influence now? Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of where Rebecca can't stop playing with her hair because she's like, what the heck? Welcome to my channel, it's Rebecca, and I'm gonna get ready with you. You get ready with me. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna put some makeup on that is old. Some of it is old, not that old. I've been doing a lot of decluttering, just like going through a bin of stuff and going, oh my gosh, I did not know I had these lip glosses. And then going through stuff and etc. So I'm just here to use some product and decide if I still like it, or maybe it is gonna go in the garbage. And then I thought I would just share some thoughts about stuff, give you an update, what's going on. Yeah, maybe a little bit of my my 2 cents on the YouTube community slash social media space. I don't know. So let's get started. You guys, I loved this foundation. The It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. I loved this. I have shade Light Neutral 22. Yeah, de-influencing. You guys, I doubt I'm going to do a video on de-influencing. Oh my God, I just got makeup all over. I didn't. That's fine. All right. De-influencing. It's really annoying because I don't get on here to, I get on here to complain about people and things, not makeup. No, I don't need to get here and be like, I hate this. You guys don't buy this because it's so bad. Like, that's just not my style. And I think I read this article about how the de-influencing is taking off because it's sort of this like anti-purchase, but then it's kind of backfiring because there's influencers who are getting doing sponsored videos for product that are like, buy this, not that. And then I'm like, okay. I mean, you're basically, most of the time people are going to tell you, even when they're telling you not to buy something, they're going to tell you what else they think you should buy instead. So yeah, that's all. I mean, if that's kind of fun, watch it. Yeah. Do what you want. But I'm not going to be here going, here's all. You guys, I don't even do like a worst of the something, or like I'll do like favorites and fails, but I have very few fails. And I think it's because I just am sensitive to the fact that oftentimes a product doesn't work for us because maybe it's just not maybe a product didn't work for me because it's just really not meant for me. Like if I use a product that is for a different skin type, or it's not my skill level or something, then why would I complain about it? I don't know. Wow. I love this foundation. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, they still make this, right? That's the other thing. I get so like overwhelmed because stuff just keeps coming and going. Like I finally get around to buying something, and then if I'm like, oh, I like this and I want to tell you guys about it, I'll look online for the link and it's not there. I'm like, what? Everything just gives me so much anxiety lately. Some stuff you can find, some stuff they still make, it's just hard to find. So Neutrogena makes this healthy skin brightening eye perfector, and I think it has SPF. And I'm like, okay, but it only comes in like 2 shades. So I'm gonna try it though. You paint it on. You paint it on, you know what I mean? This shade is 05 Fair. I just think it's not bad. Brightening Eye Serum Perfector with titanium. Yes, it's got SPF 20. I feel like we definitely ignore SPF around our eyelids, which we shouldn't, you know? It doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it actually maybe has enough. Like it's a very kind of, I call it a sporty product. It's a sporty product. Yeah. Okay. I might put more concealer on later. We'll see. Okay, you guys, I love watching some channels that talk about fashion trends and things like, oh, what your fashion jean trends for 2023 and, you know, what to buy and what to look for and, right? And so I'm kind of like, okay, well, is it at Target? Because if it's the Rack, Target, and Marshalls, you know, like those are my, I mean, Nordstrom too, but everything, I'm pretty much, if I'm buying stuff clearance, I'm always buying stuff clearance. So it's going to be last year's stuff. And this is the number 7 shadow base, by the way. It's just the best. I love it. You're simply the best. Oh, yeah. Sing Tina Turner off key. It's silky. It keeps my shadow on. I really, really like it. Also, I'm going to play with my Milani Most Wanted shadows. This is shade Partner in Crime because it reminded me when I picked out, you know, I like the new ones that they came out with, the gilded minis in the Call Me Old Fashioned was the one I just talked about. And then I'm like, oh wait, I remember I really liked this. On camera it looks kind of more brown and in person it looks very mauve. I'm going in with this shade right here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I'm watching this video and I don't even remember which channel. And she seemed great, like she really knew her stuff. And I think she like maybe works in the fashion industry or maybe she's a stylist. I don't know. I think she's got like well over 200,000 subscribers. So I'm thinking, okay, she's established. And she's saying like, oh, don't wear the chunky loafers. Chunky loafers are out, ballet flats are in. And I'm like, oh, I've seen the ballet flats everywhere. Hate ballet flats because they don't offer enough arch support for my horrible feet. And I'm like, chunky, I just bought a pair of chunky loafers 2 months ago. And now you're telling me they're done? And then it was like, oh, it was a jean. What was it? It was a jean style that I literally, I'm like, I just bought this. I don't know if it was like the wide leg or what was she? And I'm just going, are you kidding me right now? Oh, maybe it was a blazer, like an oversized blazer. Don't wear an oversized blazer, wear a short boxy blazer. And I'm like, I just bought an oversized blazer. It just drives me crazy. It's so stressful. So menopause is going well. Said no one ever. I know we talked about that before, and I've actually dedicated a video to that, and I am sorry I haven't done that again because a lot of you were like, please do this again, and I forgot. Blame it on the menopause. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. I've got my estrogen patch and my progesterone IUD. Is that what I'm doing? That's what I'm doing. Which I guess is hormone replacement therapy because everyone's talking about HRT. And I'm like, what's HRT? And I'm like, oh, I guess that's what I'm doing because my doctor told me. I mean, she didn't tell me. We definitely explored it together. By the way, I'm using this new cream shadow from Wet n Wild. Let's give it a go. Oh, it's pretty. Oh wow, that's really pretty. So yeah, it's definitely helping. I am a much happier person because of my hormone combinations. And then, you know, I try to do things like take a walk every day, not drink a bunch of wine. I take magnesium and vitamin D and vitamin B and yeah, you know, not eat a ton of bread. I mean, those are all just good things to do. And if I treat myself and I end up having 2 margaritas instead of 1, or I had cake and bread and waffles that day, you know, the next day I kind of feel it. Like you feel that like bogged down or bloated or something, you know, and that's fine. I mean, it's not like, I feel like I also know how to kind of offset the crappy days and kind of reset my system. I'll put the shade in the description box because it's too small for me to read, but that's really pretty. Okay, Wet n Wild. Nice. Look into, if you're feeling crappy, you're in that time, that age group of, I don't know, what is it, 35? I don't know when perimenopause begins. It's different for everybody, but you know, if you're just feeling really weird, if you're getting like heart palpitations, or you get like lightheaded or dizzy and you're like, what is happening? Why am I feeling like this? Or some days you think you're coming down with the flu and then the next day you feel fine and you're like, why did I feel that way? Ask your doctor and then say, hey, can you help me out here? Because I think I need something. I sort of said to her, you know, you've got to help me out here, or I'm going to just take matters in my own hands and go to a witch doctor. And she was like, don't do that, please. I'm like, if I have to, you know, crush some mushrooms and frog legs and get relief, then that's on you. She's like, okay, let's, yeah. So she ran some tests for me, and a lot of, there's Dr. Jen, is it Jen? She's like, if your doctor says to check your hormone levels, it's pretty much junk science. And I'm like, well, my doctor and I went round and round about doing that. Like, you know, I wanted her to, and she didn't want to, because she was telling me it's like, it's not really a thing to check your hormones. And I'm like, okay, but, and then she's like, all right, let's just check your hormones. Okay, let's do a blood test and let's check this, check this, check this. And it's just going to tell us you're in menopause. You know, you're going through menopause. And sure enough, that's what it did. But it also showed me things like, I don't eat enough B, and I'm borderline anemic, and other things, you know, like, oh, okay, yeah. I just used the darker shadow with a couple brushes, so that's it. You didn't miss anything. Let's do eyebrows, and let's do brow products that I haven't used for a while or ever. This Revlon ink, this is the semi-permanent brow ink. I don't think it's semi-permanent. This is like the brown one. It basically looks like a liquid liner, but it's for your eyebrows. I should really brush through them first. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna just wipe off the excess. It's very liquidy. Yeah, so that's, I'm looking after my mom. She's doing okay. She, you know, she was with my dad 62 years. So her grief, my dad, it's been 2.5 years that he's been gone, and she's still, you know, can't talk about him without crying, and I don't blame her. So it's tough. But it's okay, and we're you know, we're getting through it. I'm very proud of her. She's a good... Sometimes she drives me up a tree, which I think is exactly what I do to my kids, you know? I do the same things to my kids that I tell my mom to not do. Like, I'll be like, Mom, she'll be like, when are you coming? I'm like, I literally just left my house. Can you just give me a minute? You know, still got to do a bunch of errands. And then my daughter will be like doing something. I'll be like, okay, tell me your timeline. What are you doing? When? And she's like, Mom, settle down. Yeah, my daughter got a job. She, some of you knew that my daughter Emma graduated from college in December. She got her she got her Bachelor of Science degree in animal science. I'm very proud of her because she has had health issues the last 10 years, and she fought tooth and nail for this degree to get through it on time and amidst feeling kind of crappy. She has really bad endometriosis, and she's actually a lot better. She had her surgery 4 years ago, and her excision surgery. And yeah, so she's, you know, she's got good days and bad days. Sometimes it's good weeks and bad weeks. But if you have any kind of chronic illness, then you know how that is, because, you know, you think you're doing fine and then you eat baked Lay's and you didn't know it was a trigger and your gut goes into freak out mode, and then your pelvis is like bloated and feeling awful. And anyway, so yeah, so she hasn't moved out yet because, or she's moved back home from school, and yeah, because right now since she just got a job, she works at a veterinary and she's loving it, and she's probably going to get her vet tech license certification, whatever you do. Why can't I can't talk into this eyebrow. Just a second. I'm taking my Makeup Revolution powder. I'm actually gonna take my Beauty Blender puff and just kind of get that in there, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Emma's home. She finished her degree. She thinks she's going to be a vet tech. She's not going to vet school because that's 4 years. That's too much. We can't afford it. It's too much for her emotional, physical well-being right now. And that's that. But she's really happy where she's working. And then eventually she'll get some money saved up, probably find a place. Maybe she'll find a roommate. I don't know. She's hoping. You know, she wants to move out. She cracks me up because she'll be just like, oh my gosh, when I'm like dancing in the kitchen and making dinner, and she's just like, oh, you people. And then I'm just like making the worst puns. And then her dad, so my husband is just like on the couch making dad jokes, and we are just driving her crazy. And it's all in good fun, and she's cracking up deep down, but I know I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. I love messing with her. And I mean, sometimes I wish she wasn't home in terms of just stuff and laundry and things like that, but I'll take that any day. I'm happy for her to be around. She can stick around, and then when she finds her place, she'll find her place. She's very independent. Okay, you guys, I've been watching Katie Jane Hughes a lot, and I love her channel. And the Danessa Myricks, she uses the light contour. She is so much fun to watch. And I was like, I have that product. So I've been just like contouring the Katie Jane Hughes way. Sort of doing it right here. And then working my way up. Giving myself a very sculpted cheek. Oh, so I didn't tell any of you where Emma went to school while she was at school because it's kind of a privacy thing, but she went to the University of Idaho, and some of you may know that because it's in the news, and that was where the homicide took place. And yes, she knew the victims, and it was terrible. I haven't talked about it because it's just, it's sort of, I don't know. You know, I mean, I still listen to true crime podcasts. I have always had a very, I'm still like, you know, interested in all that stuff. But this time, it hit too close. And I haven't watched any of the shows. I don't want to see any of the shows. I only read the police reports. I only read the court documents. I don't watch any of the, you know, YouTube and all that stuff, because the speculation is just, when you know people involved and then there's other random people who just want to throw out conspiracies or theories and ideas, it's very upsetting, and it's just not okay. So I'm very careful now about how I participate in true crime, whether I'm watching a trial or following a story or a podcast. Even, you know, when you see something that's out in the news and there's all these theories and something's not solved, or they haven't found the mom, or they haven't identified a suspect, or, you know, all these things, and you just kind of, I realize now how much we don't know in the public, even reporters don't know. So being a podcaster and just sort of pontificating your thoughts is really grasping at straws, unless you have some kind of actual degree in something or experience. So anyhow, that's just, yeah. But I think as the months and time goes on and things kind of come out and there's more kind of clarity and resolution, so to speak, I can maybe talk more about it. And I don't want to build up, like, because we don't have any, I actually don't have any involvement in the case. Like, Emma doesn't, you know, she knew them, but she wasn't friends with them. And she actually saw them that night. And then her friends were partying with them that night. Like, and the Greek community, the sororities and the fraternities are so close in the University of Idaho. Like, they all know each other. So it was horrible. It really, it was really horrible. I get goosebumps just remembering the day Emma texted me to say she was safe. And I'm like, okay, why wouldn't you be? And then she's like, Mom, they found 4 bodies. And then it just kind of all developed, and anyway. Yep. Awful, awful. Sure. Okay, so that's contour. Oh, you guys. And then I'm going to powder some more. Let me powder. I'm going to do some more of this powder. Yeah, and my son is also in school. He's a sophomore in college, and he is doing good, and my husband's doing good. And oh my God, the cats. Okay, let's talk pets. My almost 13-year-old cat has a back injury, and he's on gabapentin because he's probably in chronic pain, but he holds his own, you know, he does okay, but we want to keep him comfortable. And when he gets mad at us, he pees on the couch. Now, when a pet, a cat or dog, if they are doing what's called idiopathic peeing or inappropriate urination, it's a sign that something's wrong. Whether you brought in a new pet or even maybe a new baby, but like something in the household that's causing them stress. So they might have some emotional distress, or if there's something wrong with, maybe they have a bladder infection, maybe they have kidney stones, or they're feeling pain in some way, then they will also do inappropriate urination. And yeah, so he is on gabapentin, and he's also on some anxiety meds so that he just kind of stays mellow and doesn't get upset when the younger cats maybe get in his way, or he can't get up to the litter box as fast. But we have litter boxes for him throughout the house. So we're doing what we can, but then he's still just like, will pee on the couch. He'll just look at me and just lift his tail and pee. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And my husband would get really mad. And I'm like, you can't be mad at him. When you're old and you're peeing on the couch, I won't get mad at you. Did we talk about these yet? These Walmart, the Makeup Revolution that's at Walmart, which is, I think the line is called like Love. And this is the Super Bronzer Powder. It is nice. It is nice. This is the shade Desert. There's a scent in there, but I think it's maybe just like waxes and, ooh, yeah, that's nice. It actually looks really pretty over the powder, the Makeup Revolution powder. This is, if you're looking for kind of a red-based bronzer, which I feel like looks really natural for me, because then that's kind of how my skin would respond to the sun. That's pretty. Yeah. It's kind of cool. I think this was $2.98, you guys. All right, so I like the Wet n Wild shadows, and I like the bronzer. Okay, cool. Hey, that's pretty. That is pretty. I need more concealer, you guys. I can't do this. I'm gonna put the Flower Beauty Serum Concealer on. Shade Vanilla, which is very pale. I think I'm gonna get a newer, I need to get a deeper shade. Or do I? Maybe I just call it good and buy the next concealer. You tell me. I think it's too pale. Ooh, you know what? Okay, don't laugh. I'm gonna put a different concealer on top of this. There she is. You guys, the Revlon Candid Concealer. This is shade 025. Totally forgot I had this. Again, this is one of the ones I found cleaning out my drawer. And what I like about this is that this kind of warms up my concealers that are too pale. I think this concealer is a little too yellow. But I forgot about these Candid products. They're very nice. They're really good for mature skin. Okay. They still have that, right? Because now I know that they have that other one, which I like. Again, can't keep up. Can't keep up. I think I'm gonna do mascara off camera. And I will come back and put my lipstick on for you. Oh, you guys, I'm wearing mascara on my lower lash line, which I have not done for a long time, and I don't know if I like it. It's so weird. Okay, this is BK Beauty Warm Spice. Love this. Trying to just work in the product. Guys, I have not used these Milani Fetish Matte Brown. This one's Pleasure. Oh, look at that. It's so pale. I love it. I think, ooh, kind of like how very mod it is, but I'm not done. I'm going to take my Make It Forever. Oh, is this Endless Cacao? Yeah. Just kind of adds some depth. My hair needs some root management. It's a little, also I think my color balance is a little off, unless my hair is brassy. Whatever, it's fine. All right, well there we are. I did my makeup, we chatted, it was great. I've remembered how much I love this IT Cosmetics foundation. That one's going right here, front and center, so I can use it. Okay. Well, folks, I will list everything I use below. If anything I've said, you need to get clarification that I was ranting about, put that in the comment too. And take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.